Hey guys, what is up and excuse me, welcome to a new NVIDIA daily update video. Today, as per usual, let's go over NVIDIA stock. Let's go over what is happening with the stock, what I personally foresee moving into, really the rest of this week, and let's say maybe even next week, and the short to medium term-ish price action. And yeah, I'll give you my thoughts moving forward. So as per usual, if you enjoy these videos, find them useful or helpful, please don't forget to hit that like button. It does help a lot. This is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. And of course, if you like my analysis and whatnot, I do have a membership on YouTube for just $2.99 a month. You can access all my intraday thoughts, post updates on Tesla, and sometimes other stocks as well, like Google, Amazon, broader markets as well. Sometimes I throw in bonus stocks like that, or for $5 or $4.99 a month, you can access to all of that, plus NVIDIA daily updates as well every day. So link is below for the YouTube membership. Would love to have you there. But jumping into it, NVIDIA closing the day pretty much flat. Closing the day down 0.2% on the day, closing at 132.65, which compared to the market is obviously a bit of an underperformance. Now, what does this mean for NVIDIA? Well, as I said yesterday, right, NVIDIA still looks really strong, still no bullish or bearish signs whatsoever. And even today, off of this candle, I'm seeing like very slight bearish signs. Mainly the reason is the fact that we did close below yesterday's open, or we did close today lower than yesterday's close, which shows me that the bulls are finally losing a little bit of steam. I wouldn't say it's a complete bearish candlestick pattern here, but I wouldn't say it's bullish either. To me, this just signals the fact that, yeah, okay, maybe it's not going to crash or anything, but it does feel like the bulls are losing steam up here with this kind of close, right? I'm not really getting very confident about this kind of move. Or this kind of close for a move much higher from here. I think best case scenario is we move to 135, which we actually technically hit today. Obviously on the chart itself, on the daily, the highest we went to today was 134. 134.52, pretty close actually to 135, which I mentioned 135 to 136 is the main range. But pre-market, I believe we actually did pretty much hit it, right? You can see pre-market, we actually went up to about 135, like 134.9. So pretty much hit it pre-market. So which is good. So we pretty much hit that target that I mentioned, right? 135 to 136. Now this is where it gets interesting. Does it actually make another move back up there and truly get into the range of 135 to 136, or does it finally make its way down? Again, it's a little bit of a, I don't want to say it's a bearish close, but it's definitely not a bullish close. It definitely doesn't give me confidence of a move up much higher. So the way I look at it is pretty simple right now, right? We can honestly just chop in here. The thing is, we can easily just chop right in this range. That is a very real possibility. But the main levels you want to watch out for is, well, like I said, 135 to 136. And below that, you pretty much want to watch today's low to as low as about 130. So 130 to as low as to 131, like that $1-ish range, also very important as support. If we can break below 130 pretty much, that to me will most likely signal and close below, a daily candle below. That to me is going to start to signal we're probably going to start making our way back down ultimately to retest this trendline breakout all the way down here, 124, 123, depending on when it happens. That's going to signal to me that's right. Obviously, it doesn't mean we have to go straight down. You know, we can come down here, gap fill, come back up, retest, and then make our way down as an example. Something like that can easily play out. But that's kind of what it'll roughly signal to me. Again, if we can somehow go above 136, however, and close a daily candle above 136 to 135, we're probably going to make our way to retest all-time highs closer to 140. As of right now, I personally don't think that's going to happen. It would need a pretty spicy move to move up that much higher with how overbought NVIDIA is on the short time frame. Again, the bands, you can see it's pretty damn overbought. 4 hour, pretty overbought. 1 hour might have cooled out. 1 hour cooled off a little bit, but the 4 hour and the daily, you can see they're pretty damn overbought, right? RSI is overbought, right? Stochastic is entering overbought territories. Like all these indicators are entering overbought territories. But again, overbought doesn't mean bearish. It just means how much juice is there left to squeeze from this stock or this lemon or lime or whatever, right? How much juice is really left there? I mean, yeah, you can probably get some juice out, or like a tub of toothpaste, you know, it's like almost done and you're kind of wondering, but can I get a few more uses of this toothpaste? Can I squeeze a bit more toothpaste out of this tube even though it's pretty much done? That's kind of the situation I find myself here with NVIDIA, where it feels like it's pretty close to being done. Like that tube of toothpaste, it feels pretty empty, but maybe you can get a couple more squeezes of paste out of that, whatever, you get the idea. That's kind of the idea, right? It's like, how much is there a little bit more bullish momentum to maybe actually truly get to 135 to 136 and kind of really get into that zone before we most likely reject, or is this finally where it is? That's why personally I'm not trading it. I don't find the risk reward here too enticing. I personally am waiting for a retest back down to 124, 123, something like that. That's where I'll get interested. Otherwise, I'm trading other things for now, right? So that's just the way I'm eyeballing it, right? Again, similar to when Tesla was all the way up here around the, the 260s, let's say, and I kept saying the same thing. It's like, but just how much more juice is there really left, right? Just, is there that much more juice left, or are we kind of getting ready to top out here? There's not that much more left to move up, right? And it's just the risk reward just felt atrocious. I was saying the same thing when Tesla was doing this, and yeah, I went up a little bit higher, but it wasn't that much more higher. And then ultimately, of course, we went decently lower, back to 240s, right? Same concept on NVIDIA that I'm seeing here that I saw within Tesla back here. Again, could go a little bit higher, but how much higher is there really left? And it's just the risk reward to go much higher from here, it's just not there. I think the risk reward gets a lot more enticing. 123, 124. Okay, now I'm getting interested again. Up here, I'm not interested. Just not a trade I'm willing to take unless you're someone that shorts, which I just simply do not. But that's just the way I'm looking at NVIDIA moving forward, right? Not to really overcomplicate things, not to make things too ridiculous. It's still bullish. I love this break of structure. I love the fact that it actually broke above 130. I think the chart actually looks pretty wonderful. I'll be completely honest, but I just don't think there's much more room to the upside before that cool off begins. But I expect something like this to maybe happen. Like we can start potentially making these higher lows, higher highs like this. So that's kind of my rough trajectory over the next several weeks, even potentially, right? And that's what I'll be eyeballing for NVIDIA. And that's what I'll be patiently waiting for. There's many other stocks to trade. No reason to get FOMO on one stock that maybe ran away, or maybe you sold too early, or whatever the case may be. It is what it is, right? So anyway, that's just kind of what I'm eyeballing. In terms of options flow, NVIDIA is actually the most bearish here, just over 50 million confirmed bearish flow on Black Box. And in terms of cheddar flow, we're taking a quick look over here. It's gonna have to reload quickly. I haven't reloaded in a while. On cheddar flow, you can see, I mean, the cheddar flow saying the bulls are in, but the thing with this one, again, don't forget, is we don't know how much of this is confirmed flow. Specifically on this is just the tape. In terms of actual confirmed flow, this is what at least Black Box is showing, that it's definitely more bearish than bullish. So yeah, I mean, again, that's just the way I'm looking at it. There's just not much more juice left to squeeze. It's just not a trade I'm interested in. It's very overbought based on my indicators. It's just not something I personally will enter. That's just my tolerance, my risk reward. Not, it doesn't line up with what I like to see here. It is what it is. That's perfectly normal. But again, I want to make it clear, the indicators, even though they're overbought, they still look strong. I don't see any real obvious bearish signs on NVIDIA yet. I don't think it's ready to just completely and utterly crash. Maybe it will, but nothing to me is telling me that it wants to just yet. I want to see the stochastic start crossing bearish. I want to see the TSI start crossing bearish. I want to see the BX trender start showing lower highs. Like I want to see something like that start to form before I start being like, okay, maybe it's finally going to get ready to move down. As of right now, nothing's telling me it wants to go down just yet. But if there's a place for it to finally start making those situations appear, we're pretty much in that vicinity with maybe a little bit of juice left to go up slightly higher to closer to 135 to 136. But honestly, I don't think it'll go much higher than that for now, short term. Just my opinion, of course, not financial advice, just me speaking out loud. But yeah, all that being said and done, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you for the next one as per usual. Peace.